Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on Thursday night. It is that time of the week. It is the Third and Long podcast. We are only, 2 weeks out from
3
the
weeks.
draft?
3
3
weeks.
weeks out from the draft.
Yep.
And it is getting interesting. People up there, rumors swirling. There's
Trades
trades
happening.
being made.
Oh God, yeah.
And it is all being covered here on the Third and Long podcast. I am joined, as always, by Mr. OBH and Mr. Ollie Hope. Hello,
And we
gentlemen.
are joined, not always, by Tom Shaw.
Hey.
I love you both, isn't it?
Love us with a heavy heart.
Evening, Muzz.
Evening, Muzz. You're nice and early. No ref show tonight.
Oh.
Tom, it is good to have you on board. I was starting to think earlier in the week where you were like radio silent, you weren't going to be with us tonight.
No, it's just I am very, very tired.
Welcome
Very
to my
tired.
world.
Oh, I hope your exam went well, Muzz.
Fair enough. Did you have to put a pair of glasses on and be able to write numbers down? Was that your referee's exam and go like that?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to Ollie. You're the only non-qualified referee here, so I think me and Tom understand how hard it actually is.
Yeah, I'm a
definitely.
fully qualified football coach. I'll take that.
I used to be a fully qualified football referee, and then I decided to not get abused each week.
I mean, I don't ref anymore, but I'm still qualified.
Yeah, you will
But we are all happy to slag off for zebras.
be.
That's
Just be
always good
respectful.
fun.
Well done, mate.
Well,
Well done,
good
Muzz.
luck. Good luck for the 24th, Muzz.
But yeah, so it's been we were just saying after the last few weeks, it's been a quiet news week.
The NFL's taken a breather.
There hasn't been about 60 different news items.
Yeah, we haven't had to pick the biggest ones of the week. It's just like, there's only really 3 or 4 this week.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think we should say that although the Raiders led the arrest charts last season and kept Las Vegas police department very, very busy. As John Lewis pointed out on our Facebook page the other week, Minnesota Vikings actually lead the arrest.
Only things Vikings have ever won. I don't think Vikings have won recently.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Let's see if we can get you a replica ring for that, Tom.
Tom and his ring. That sounded a lot more better in my head before I said it.
Oh, no.
Missed the banter. How are you both, gentlemen? Are you both well?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. It's been a busy week, but that's the way I like it.
I mean, got a good weekend coming up, even if there is no NFL. Basketball, golf, football, Formula One, Grand National. Good weekend of sport coming up.
Yeah, Sunday's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
start early, finish late.
I'm not going to be getting up for the Grand Prix. I'll watch the highlights.
Oh, I'll get up and watch it about 9 o'clock when it's finished, and I'll have it on Sky. That'll be the way to do it.
As always, if you want to get involved with the show, our details are down here. Please comment in our comment box.
As Muzz has
get them on the screen.
As Muzz has shown.
We do bring them up.
As we have with Muzz, yeah.
Shall we get going?
Let's just jump straight into it. We have the week's news. Shall we start with the big one, the trade?
Yes.
Which one?
The Saints trade.
The one that came they both came really left field, haven't they?
I could see the Parker one happening after they got Hill.
Yeah.
But just who it went to was out of left field.
Yes, very much so. I mean,
anyway, we'll get into that one.
We'll go. Yeah. Shall I bring up the trade deals? So I'm going to go that way. Yeah, so the Eagles or the Eagles have given up 16 and 19 and 194 for 18, 101 and 237 from this year, first from next year, and a second from 2014.
I think the Eagles have won this trade. I'm going to be
Oh,
because
hands down.
of how good the draft class is this year compared to how good the draft class is next year. I think the Eagles have won this trade.
But where are the Saints going? Are they going to move up
PB.
again? Are they going to use those two trades to go, or two positions to go, right? Let's go into the top half a dozen, because we know those ones above aren't looking for a QB. Possibly Lions, maybe.
I think if they want the pick of the bunch for QBs, they probably need to go above Seattle at 9.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, because Seattle will be taking Willis, in my opinion.
I did see something today that possibly someone moves out of the top 10. I got a feeling it was Seahawks, and I can't remember why. But
the Seahawks seem to have quite content to have this lock Geno Smith pile of rubbish for a year.
And I mean, so I always thought that that Philly would be trading out of those, would trade 2 of their 3 picks.
Yeah, you had said that a lot.
But I wouldn't expecting them to trade like into the middle of their 3 picks. I was expecting them to go, right, let's go up. Let's go and get a Kyler Hamilton, a Aiden Hutchinson, Garrett Wilson, one of these star players or these star positions to improve that one position they need. Because
I saw something today actually that said the Jets should trade pick 4
I've seen that as well.
unless Thibodeau or Hutchinson's available.
Yeah, which they could. The thing is, though, if you've got a Kyler Hamilton there or Sauce Gardner there or even, let's go, Garrett Wilson there, you will take one of those ones. But the thing is, those 5-6 picks really need either an O-line or defensive side of the ball to anything. Defense wins championships. That's one of the most famous phrases in the whole thing. Going back to Saints, I really don't get where they're going with this. I think
it must be wide receiver and O-line.
It's got to be, isn't it? They got Jameis Winston. They know what they've got with him. They know they've got a good 2 years with him. Perhaps they know what's going to come next year. They know they've got a CJ Beathard, a Stroud, not CJ Stroud, sorry.
CJ Stroud. Yeah, CJ Stroud.
Yeah, Stroud, isn't it? Those more elite quarterbacks.
But they've given away their pick for next year.
Yeah, they're giving away their first round pick, which if they are going after a QB in the first round of next year's draft, they're not going to get the best.
But I also think this is Jalen Hurts. This is it. Yeah, you have got to show us what you got because we have now got double first round pick in 2014 or 22 first round picks next year.
I think no matter what, it was a make or break year for Jalen Hurts.
I mean, I've not been the biggest advocate of him.
I like him. I do. I think
I like him, but he's got Smith. He's got Rieger. He's got Dallas Goedert. He's got good enough weapons to challenge for the division.
And there's not that bad in the backfield either.
No, I mean Miles Sanders.
Yeah,
I'm not sold on him, but
he would. I mean, they were saying like in Goldman football, the running back isn't the position it was when there was Sanders, the original Sanders out. When like back in the early 90s or late 90s, early noughties, when most of the plays were run plays.
Yeah.
And now it is, you've got these likes of Deebo Samuels, you've got Cordell Patterson, who's got these Swiss Army knife style wide receivers.
Were you about to call them unique?
Yes. Universal, I was actually going to call them. Swiss Army knife style wide receivers who can line up in the backfield and can do different jobs.
I mean,
so the running back position isn't as important as it was 5-10 years ago.
I mean, Debo called himself a wide back at the end of last year.
And I think Cordell was calling himself that as well, because they are that. They do line up in the backfield and they can do just as good a job at running back as they can at wide receiver. So, yeah, Hurts should be challenging for the division.
Because, I mean, Dallas aren't what they were.
No.
I mean, we all know how good the Giants are. And I don't think I can put my faith in Carson Wentz to do anything positive.
Washington are in a build. Giants have got to work out what they're going to be now.
Yeah.
The Eagles know what they need to be. They just need that quarterback, like probably a Matt Ryan could do to take them to that next level, like they've done with, like the Rams done with Stafford. Get that quarterback to take them to the next level, because I think that's what they need now.
I'm not sure the next level is a Super Bowl yet for Philadelphia.
I was speaking to a Giants fan, and I like you brought them up because it was very apt to what I was talking to about a friend who is a Giants fan, and he's not an avid follower. He doesn't follow every game, but he was saying that he wasn't hot on Jones.
I like Danny Dimes.
I think he's a good quarterback, but could the Giants do better? Is this a make or break year for him?
Yes, but the thing I struggle with it with Danny Dimes is Shepard, Slayton, like they're not.
He's not got top tier weapons.
Yeah,
and they haven't got that O line as well.
What we were saying all of our draft picks, I don't think we've got them taking any weapons in the first round.
No, I think I've got O-line and DB, I think.
Yeah, I think I've got 2 tackles, actually.
Yeah, I think I also have 2. I think I had 2 tackles also.
Bearing that in mind and having what we just said, do you think they'll afford to pass off on Williams or London or?
I think there's enough good wide receivers for them to get a good one early round 2.
Yeah, all day long.
Yeah.
Their priority is right. Danny Dimes had 2 massive concussions last year. Their thing is now they need. Okay, yes, one of them was him going like scrambling.
I mean,
going for the O-line, going for the end zone or red zone and getting wiped out right on the end of the red zone.
Or at least he didn't just trip over grass. So sorry, if we're talking about Danny Dimes, I had to bring it up.
Definitely. The turf tripped him up on that one.
I always remember it takes skill to trip over flat ground.
Oh God, yeah. It's those trolls again.
The ghost have moved from MetLife to Giants.
Jalen Hurts can show what he can do.
Well, I mean, they both play in MetLife, so.
Yeah.
It's Eagles need Jalen Hurts needs to go right. This is it. Saints, I think, are going to go for weapons.
Yes, I think they're going to go QB O line.
Well, they're going to move Taysom Hill out to tight end, aren't they?
Yeah, but I mean,
it was tight end money they gave him, so
they lost Tron Armstead, which I think is a massive loss. I know he's not been healthy much, but I still think it's a massive loss.
Right tackle? Right tackle, isn't it, Trey Armstead?
Was it right tackle?
Yeah, I'm sure
he was a tackle. And then I think, as Rap Sheet said when he announced his trade, QB.
Yeah, I mean, what's his face? Schrager's had him in his mock draft. They had them going for QB today.
Yeah, I think if you're making a trade like that, it's because you want a QB. A bit like when Niners made that trade last year. You knew you were going QB. We were going QB.
I still think they're going to go up again. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Saints go top 5. If they want one of these QBs, they're going to have, like you said, they're going to have to jump above Seahawks.
And they're going to have to give a lot up. But
if you go to a team like, say, maybe Panthers, who have got a quarterback they can deal with for next season, need a couple of good players in that position. So they can go up to 6, and Panthers won't go, okay, we'll take both your trades and we'll take on for next year, later on
If-
for next year. Or even someone like Texans who've got more holes than the bloody calendar, who can go, right, okay, yeah, we'll take two picks off you, no problem. We're not. It doesn't matter
Okay,
which
so
one we get.
here's
If
the
the
question.
Saints,
At
if the
this
Saints
stage,
hadn't traded away their 2024, their next year first round, I would have thought maybe they're not going QB, and they're
Yeah.
effectively going tank. But the fact that they've traded away their first round for next year, that I think they're going to go QB and stick with the picks they've got.
Okay. So
see
who
which-
do we
see which
think
one
at
drops
this
them?
year's draft is going to be the pancake-eating motherfucker?
Elaborate.
Draft Day,
Yeah.
our favourite film.
Okay, the pancake. Okay, yeah, I've got you now.
Can you just remind me what that is? I've not seen draft day for a
He
while.
wanted all his draft picks because he could. And he said, "Give me my draft picks back because
And
I
your
can."
punter. And
You
yeah,
pancake-eating
Punt
motherfucker.
returner. And
Yeah,
punt
and your
returner.
punt
And punt returner because I feel like it.
yeah. Oh yes, we might have to bring out clips of that film for our draft day show. I think.
I think that might have to be a definite
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Patriots are probably going to trade back because that's what Patriots
That's
do.
Belichick.
Apart from last year when you had Mac Jones literally fall to our lap, which was shocking.
Yeah.
Although saying that,
Had
I will say
a,
I've seen pictures or videos this week of Mac Jones. Looks a lot slimmer, a lot more muscle with him. Like running drills with KB and some of the other wide receivers out there.
I actually saw this week Trey Lance was training with Lamar Jackson.
and we cannot
Poor
have
Trey Lance.
we cannot have a Matt Jones mention from Mr. OBH without a Trey Lance comment on the other side of the screen.
Oh, it had to happen.
Just to equal off, Chase Young.
Nick Bosa.
Oh God,
There
no!
you
He's not got his other sites on yet.
Speaking of Nick Bosa, actually, all pictures of his bassist and other girlfriend have been removed from his Instagram.
Woo! Perhaps he's seen sense.
I'm not
Hopefully
sure. I'm not sure if I'm sure only OG fans will remember that. But
oh yes.
Anyway, can we move on to the other trade? Because I've got some stuff to say about this trade.
Okay.
Devontae
First off-
Parker and a fifth round from Miami to New England for a third round.
Have you noticed that every pick the Dolphins have for next year's draft is not one that they had one of their own?
Standard.
Literally,
Same as last year.
Yeah, Dolphins don't have any picks that they should have next year.
Yeah, they're building, aren't they?
And the second thing is, Ollie, do you think Parker in means Harry out?
Yes. Bloody well, I hope so.
I'd take Harry at the Niners. I would take Harry at the Niners.
I said on the Patriots WhatsApp group chat. God, that was easy for me to say. I could see Khalil Harry can't catch toffee, can't catch cold. He's got hands made of butter. Everything goes through his hands. In the run game, he is very good at blocking. He's a good block in the run game. If you're going to utilize him like that, then yes, just don't throw him the bloody ball. I'd rather you throw the ball to an O-lineman than an actual blooming wide receiver who can't catch the flipping ball. Devontae Parker is experienced. He's been in the league long enough now. He's a really good player.
Do you think he could go into the wide back role a bit? Because he's quick.
I could see that, but it all depends. I mean, I've seen us have, in the mock drafts over the past week or so, including our own, I've seen us have Olav. I've seen us take Burks as well. If we are taking one of those big wide receivers who will be doing that job as well, I could possibly see him as more of a slot, because he is a slot receiver, Devontae. And then you've got Kendrick, you've got Agrahaw going long, going deep, and then Khalil Harry sitting on the bench.
I'm still unhappy that we gave you Kendrick Bourne, but
I'm still unhappy we took Khalil Harry over like DK Metcalf and bloody Devo Samuel. Don't worry about that one. Talk about DK Metcalf.
Oh.
He's still up for grabs.
Yeah. Do
They're
you know what?
still
There's
open to
still a
trading him.
lot of bloody good free agents out there, and we're going to see
Yeah,
them
but-
all fly off the shelf.
Metcalf's not a free agent, but Seattle have said they'll trade him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He is there wanting to be traded. They obviously need first-round picks.
Yeah.
They are obviously in a big rebuild. They need a quarterback.
I mean,
they're going to need
I
wide
mean-
receivers. They're going to need running
bet-
backs in Seattle.
I can really see them not taking a QB and going and getting Baker.
I wouldn't be surprised to go and get Baker one little bit. The guy from
Here's-
the herd, I can't think of his name, says he thinks he would fit in Seattle.
He would.
He's just one of these players who is he's got all the razzmatazz, all the the nice personality and the contracts, the advertisements, the adverts.
He's got the face, he's got the
But
style.
he doesn't fit in that Cleveland's dressing room, and it's shown that because you've lost Landry, didn't want to be there. Odell didn't want to be there anymore. There's enough players that just didn't want to be there. So it makes you sort of think: is Baker the issue, or is it because he just didn't fit that locker room, and where he needs that slightly older head coach, or rephrase that, a lot older head coach, just to put an arm around and go, look, you belong here.
Yeah.
And going over to the West Coast might suit him a bit better, where it's a very, very wet in Seattle. But yeah, Devontae, I like the trade. It's a good trade. We've only given up a third. We've got a fifth for it as well. We know what Bill Belichick can do. We know what Bill Belichick can do. He finds DB gems either in late rounds or in free agency. So I'm not worried about that.
I don't think we're going to see, going back to Baker quickly, I don't think we're going to see him move until the 11th. And I'm talking about the 11th hour on draft day.
I don't think I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him until the 11th hour of the trade deadline.
Really, that late? What, when Seattle
Yeah.
are gone, this is shite. We seriously need to get a QB who knows what he's doing.
Yes, and they'll probably
he-
call up. They'll probably call up Niners, and we go, "We're not giving Jimmy to you."
Because he is. Geno Smith did okay job. Geno Smith did what a backup QB should do. Him
Yes.
and Drew Lock are not starting quarterbacks.
I mean,
No.
I love that run from Drew Lock last season. That one when he did,
Mm.
but
Yeah, he
Not
can
much-
move
not much-
and he can
not much
scramble and he
else.
can motor. But
he can't throw the ball.
Baker Mayfield was better than them when he was injured all last season.
Yes,
I'd like to know what you guys think of this. If these trades, if you'd like to comment on it, we'll discuss that with you. Give us your views. Don't be shy. Get involved. Give us a comment.
definitely.
I mean, this next deal, Diggs.
I want to know where
overpayment.
Buffalo are getting the money from.
Overpayment.
Massive overpayment, and I think that Justin Jefferson should be a very, very, very excited boy.
Debo
Do
too.
you really think it's an overpayment?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, I don't. I think it's.
I
think that lad deserves that money. I've seen him play. Can't remember. It's 5 or 6 times in the last 2 seasons. 5 times in the last 2 seasons. He is a hell of a wide receiver.
I
mean,
agree
you
with
saw
that.
it. You saw it for you. He is worth that money.
Yeah,
It's 4 years.
He's a hell of a wide receiver, but I think that Jefferson's better.
Yeah, you would say that.
No. I genuinely think that
He is.
given Jefferson or Diggs, Jefferson's a better all-round player, and I think that
yeah.
with this deal, I think that people like Debo, like Jefferson, should be looking at that and actually rubbing their hands together with glee, because if Diggs is worth 96 million, Debo and Jefferson are worth a lot more than that. I don't know if he agrees with me, but
If Diggs had kicked on from last season and had a similar season that he had last season this season, then I'd say fair enough. But defenses figured him out a bit last season, and he didn't have as much a good season as he did 2 years ago. So, yes, if you look at his numbers from 2 years ago, then yes, he's worth it. But after last season, I don't think he is.
I think now you will see a different attack in Buffalo. Obviously, they let Cole Beasley go, so Cole Beasley's now a free agent. I liked Cole Beasley a lot. I always tried and picked up in my fantasy football because I liked his production, his good numbers. I think you're going to see a lot of Gabriel Davis. Obviously, they've only got those real 2 targets now, Gabriel Davis and Stephon Diggs, because they've got no Cole Beasley and they've got Emmanuel Sanders, who's
I was going to say,
started Good Morning Football this week.
has Sanders retired? Because
He's hinted at it on Good Morning Football.
yeah,
Kelly would like that. Kelly likes him. Kelly likes the look of Emmanuel Sanders.
I thought what Emmanuel Sanders said on Good Morning Football about the Jimmy Garoppolo thing was very good, but
I like some of the things that he said on Good Morning Football. I wouldn't be surprised if they make him, if he does retire, you wouldn't be surprised if you see him on Good Morning Football permanently, because I think he lives in the area.
I do think they need to decide who they want to replace Nate and not just have this merry-go-round of different people.
I think they are waiting for someone to sit in there and go. But yeah, well, they seem to do that during this time of year, don't they? They seem to have. I mean, Nate left October.
yes.
So that, and you can't really go. Oh, you've just retired football. Can we grab you?
I understand that because at the moment they've got it's Schrager on holiday, then Cal on holiday, Kay on holiday. This is when they go on holiday. But I think they need to get someone by the start of next season who can sit there permanently. Whether it's Sanders, I mean, they had Shady McCoy a couple of weeks ago. They have that Patriots O lineman quite a lot.
They had also MJD as well.
Yeah,
I'm
not a big fan of MJD, but that's just
Darius Hall, Damian Hall, the running back.
Yeah,
the human joystick. Can't think of his name. No, he gets to a D, and I can't think of his name. But yeah, I like Diggs. I think the deal's good money for him. A fair play to him.
I have to admit, when you put in the chat saying Diggs has been played, I immediately thought Trayvon.
Yeah, but he's only his second year, isn't he, Trayvon? It's third year?
But still,
going to third year, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess they couldn't, but I mean, it was it late last night, early this morning? Wherever it was, I wasn't properly awake.
It was yesterday.
It was
No, it was yesterday lunchtime.
Was it?
Yes.
I'd probably just
they broke on Good Morning Football. Yeah, you had because I put a message on this morning, and you guys didn't look at it until mid morning. It's like I've been up 3.5 hours. I've been at work for 3 of them.
I was working until 6 last night a.m. this morning.
I was watching basketball. I was watching football last night.
So,
go on, Tom.
What do you guys think of that deal? Do you think that Stephon Diggs is worth $96 million? I want to know, Bills fans, what do you think about it? You guys have got to live with that. Who's footing the bill? Where are they getting this money from?
Ooh.
That's
a bad pun. Very bad pun, man.
To be fair, that was unintentional, but I'll take it. Just like Stephon Diggs is taking the Bills to the cleaners.
I quite enjoyed Von Miller tweeting him saying, "Show me the money." I'm like, Von, you got a bigger contract.
Yeah, he's got what, 5 years, 40 million a year or something?
Yeah, something insane.
Okay, so this off season, I think we can agree, has been a bit of a blockbuster with free agencies.
This has been probably one of the most mentalist off seasons I've ever known. I don't know if it's because it's our first full off season doing a podcast, so we've literally gone from the whole season, so we've paid more attention to it. Well, I certainly have.
Yeah, me too.
It is generally just absolutely insane this year.
I've been watching Good Morning Football as much as I can to make sure I know what's going on.
It's been an interesting off season. Last season was my first proper off season watching as a fan.
Yeah.
and like getting to know the different contract styles, different who's going where, like knowing where teams need filling up. And this season, I've enjoyed it as sort of somebody who does know, who has to watch it and see what's going on.
Who knows what they're on about? Yeah.
And but I've struggled, even now, struggled a little bit. But I've got you two to back me up and help me. But it's been a blockbuster. We've had some massive deals. We've had some massive shocks.
I mean, the raise of the salary cap is probably one of them that's helped.
Yeah, definitely. It's saved some teams' next season, really, hasn't it?
But the thing is, I still think there's some big deals to happen.
And there's some big players out there as well.
Yes, John, we'll get to the most underrated deal.
Oh yeah, John, I clicked that banner by mistake, John. There you go. Just
Tom Brady joining the box. Yeah. I missed that, John. When did that happen?
Yeah, I didn't know that happened.
So, while we're there, who wants to go first on that?
I'll tell you what. I'll go first. I'm going to go for my number one is Cedric Wilson to the Dolphins. Everyone's gone, it's Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins. Massive, massive. You're going to have other receivers take the attention off Tyreek Hill from the other DBs. Tyreek Hill is going to get double teamed most games.
Something else you're going to need to have is very, very quick DBs.
Oh, yes, most definitely. I mean, if you look at Cedric Wilson's receiving years, we'll just go for last 2 seasons, or last season, because that's when he really kicked on at the Cowboys. 16 games he played, 45 receptions from 61 targets, 602 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Not too bad, considering he had CD Lamb up there, Gallup, and Amari Cooper. So it's pretty much their 4th wide receiver there anyway. Apart from Amari Cooper went down. And he did have a good game when, I want to say Rush Cooper came in. He also played that pass for the touchdown as well. So he can do that. So he might even take the job off Tua for the QB. You never know. And it's not massive money either. So he's getting paid only $4 million this year, $7 million next year, and $7.3 million the year after. So it's only just over 22 grand for 3 years. It's not a bad bit of business from the Dolphins, and it's gone under the radar because everyone's gone, well, you've got Tyreek Hill. Hill's a big deal.
Yeah.
And that's going to grab the attention, which no matter what franchise he went to, that was going to grab the attention. I'm a little bit pissed that he's gone into the AFC East, but yeah, mine is Cedric Wilson, and I think he'll do well in that offense. Let's face it, he's not going to be running as fast as Tyreek Hill, so he's going to get more passes from Tua anyway.
Can I go next? Because I want to talk about a certain deal. Dominating all that. So I'm going to go DJ Jones to the Broncos because all the headlines there have been Russell Wilson.
So who to the Broncos? Sorry,
DJ Jones.
Yes.
So all the headlines there have been, Russell Wilson going to the Broncos because obviously it's massive. But DJ Jones, I think, is a great ad. Like his stats last year for the Niners were 56 tackles, 16 assisted. He only got two sacks, but I think he's a great run stopper.
And in that conference, you need run stoppers, especially when you've got the likes of, obviously, you've got Patrick Mahomes can scramble. You've got Justin Herbert is actually really good, and same with Derek Carr. And then that doesn't include Eckler, Jacobs. Can't think of his first name off the top of my head. Josh Jacobs.
Clyde
Edwards-Helaire. You've got very good running backs in that conference. Not only
and I actually think they got him for a steal of $30 million 3 years, but $20 million guaranteed. I think he will be a massive miss for the Niners next year, and I think we will struggle, but he was one of our starting O-linemen last year after Javon Kinlaw got injured. And
Yeah.
I think he was very good for us. And him and Laken Tomlinson, I'm a tad annoyed we let go.
Who's Laken gone to? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Jets.
Oh yeah,
It's quite funny because he went to Salah, but
yeah. I mean, it's obviously Mike McDaniel is an ex-Niners coach,
except he's not at the Mike
and he's gone.
McDaniel-
Sorry,
to Nathaniel Hackett at
Yeah.
the Broncos.
and Derek Hills and Tyreek Hills follow him. It's a lot of head coach. I mean, this is to do with Salah and taking ex-players from old teams.
Yeah.
It's almost like when football, the normal managers go and they want to bring their own players. Like United have got 10 head coming in, and he wants already the rumours are saying there's a couple of Ajax players coming with him.
He would, well, the whole Ajax squad would probably do better, but
Yeah. But yeah, it's an interesting thing that players do find that. And Tom, your
Yes.
unknown deal.
It went under the radar to the point. I mean, everyone thought he was going to the Ravens, but that fell through. My signing that went under the radar is Zadarius Smith,
Easy for you, sir.
who switched allegiances from the Packers to the Vikings. I think this is a great deal. I mean, he's under a lot of pressure to show he's a boom or bust. I mean, for us anyway, for us as a team, we needed an infusion in this. I mean, putting him with Daniel Hunter, it's going to be an interesting one. I mean he's
Zadarius Smith's a game backer.
Zadarius, yeah. I mean, he's back-to-back Pro Bowler. He had a great. He's just terrifying at the speed that he runs at. And I think he's going to make a lot of people in the NFC very, very nervy in terms of. In a minute, we're going to go and see this. Oh no, we're not. He's back.
Only me and you see that, though, dude.
It's only when I can't add myself back to the stream when I'm on my iPad in some hotel in some far-flung part of the UK.
He's on his swinging sites again.
At 48 million and 42, it's worth 47 million in incentives, up to 47 in incentives for 3 years. I think we had to make a big signing on our defense, and I think that again we've said that Aaron Rodgers' contract has cost the Packers in a lot of ways, and it's not had an effect. It's not just had an effect on the offensive side; it clearly had an effect on the defensive side as well.
By the offensive side, do you mean Aaron Jones?
No, Aaron Rodgers' contract.
Yeah, but that offense next year is going to just be Aaron Jones.
Yeah, but I think that's
because they're not going to draft anyone, are they? They don't draft weapons.
I think that's a massive, massive loss for the Packers.
Oh yeah, Devontae Adams is massive.
I think it's going to be very, very.
Let's put it this way: Raiders wanted a wide receiver. Raiders wanted the wide receiver one, so he went after the best one in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that was a joke that I put in the comments. They haven't signed the LVPD chief or the DA.
No, they just brought the New England
Jones. Jones is going to prison at some point. No,
Jones.
Not Jones.
Ruggs.
No. Renfro.
Ruggs.
Give us a clue, Tom.
Yeah.
John,
Ruggs is the one going to prison.
John, who's your most underrated? And you, Mers and Kelly, whoever's watching, who's your most underrated players or underrated deals?
Under the radar deals,
yeah. Yeah, so. I
Uh,
What, an extra 35 million for like a few weeks for an extra year?
I'm not gonna lie. I think this is gonna be a great season for Cousins. I think this is gonna be a
Well, I
good
mean,
season.
if you can kick on from last season, then yeah.
Yeah, he was really good last season. I'll give him that. He was really good last
And
season.
and he still has he still has the weapons. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
most
I think
definitely.
this is gonna be.
I think the Vikes
I think
have.
it's
I
gonna
think the
make
Vikes have.
people eat a lot of their words this year.
I think the Vikes have the North on lock this season.
I'm
I hope so. I
gonna
hope so.
probably agree with that one, but you know what Aaron
We'll
Rodgers
get to the
like.
playoffs
He
and
owns
then
Chicago, so that's 2 games for him already.
we'll see what
You'll probably
KOC is.
get to the playoffs. You always tend to beat the Saints in the wild card
We'll
game
get the
and then
Saints
lose,
again at home.
and then
beat them.
lose in the next round.
Lose
Yep.
to the Niners.
Most definitely.
But yeah, John, who's your under the radar signing? I mean,
He's already
Brady's
said
one.
it. Tom Brady to the
Yeah.
Bucks.
Yeah.
To be fair, that is actually probably a cool shot. Who would have thought Tom Brady's going to retire then go back? Shall we move on to our? I need to edit something very quickly because I put 5 and it's actually 6.
Yeah, I've already been editing yours because you put divisional when it says say conference finals.
Okay, dope.
I've changed it.
Cheers.
Hi Kelly. It's just popped up that you're watching.
Hi, Kelly.
Impact of mine, yeah. Oh.
You've just messed our home base comment.
Whoever missed that one, tough. I'm not explaining that one again.
Kelly has put something up though, which I think is a good one actually.
Oh, I'll take
Yeah.
that one.
Being
Google
an
has
avid
the
fan.
answer, yeah.
I mean, that was a weird one because the Cowboys cut him really at a really weird time, like after the first wave.
Yeah, but it's a strange one. He's got fairly decent money for someone who was cut. It's not massive money, so it's good money for the
Let me
Bengals.
just
Who
check
obviously
what
got
it
the cut.
was.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm just googling it.
Only Google has it.
It was a 5-year. Oh no, that's with the Cowboys. 30 million for
3
2
years.
years. 3 years.
Yeah, I
But
thought it was 3 years.
it's two worth 22, and then they're probably going to change it or something.
Probably. Shall we move on to the third and long's top games of the 2021-2022 season?
Yes.
Yes.
First, I'd like to put an honorable mention of the Niners-Vikings game, but I only put that as number 1 in mine because I was there.
I want to say, my honorable mention is Dallas. Dallas, the first game of the season, Dallas-Tampa. I thought that was a really good game. I generally did think we'd see Dallas go long into the postseason in that game because they looked really good. Let's fire the videos off as we go, and it starts off at week 5, which was actually the highest scoring game of the season, which is Chargers versus the Browns, or at the Browns, or Browns at Chargers even.
I mean, this game was a shootout.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You score, you score. I mean, yeah.
I actually remember us watching that live, like as in we were commenting. We were all 3 of us commenting on it.
Yeah.
On the charts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember, I have to admit, I don't remember this game, but
I mean, the things it shows on this, like Justin Herbert's got a beast of an arm. I mean, Mike Williams there, look, literally just I'm gonna walk right.
Let me rephrase. I couldn't remember this game until I watched the highlights the other day. But
but also highlights in this game how offensively explosive that O-line of the Cleveland is. I mean, Kareem, Cubs and Hunt, like literally was eating up ground.
And there's Herbert's scrambling ability we talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, this shows that Herbert should have been in a franchise that finished a lot higher than they did.
Yeah. Watching this, I don't understand how the Chargers didn't make the playoffs.
No.
John's made a good comment here.
Go on then. I can't believe you haven't put Steelers Lions on as an option here.
I mean, are we doing 5 worst games of the season?
We could do. I mean, that was a game that no one wanted to win. I mean, one thing that shows. I mean, we've talked about Baker. Like, obviously, he lost the locker room and all that, but it shows what an actually good quarterback he is. He's, he rolls out well. He's got a good arm on him, and he reads the field well. I mean, it shows how good of a player he is. What game are we going to do next? Which week 18 game shall we do, gentlemen?
Should we do the Niners game?
The Niners game, yeah.
And this one was a roller coaster for me.
Yeah.
I believe I tweeted you guys at the end saying who needs normal blood pressure anyway, didn't I?
This is the one where what was it?
Sean McVay didn't get
he
Sean
ran into the
McVay
end zone,
should have been done for taunting.
Yeah.
You just see him appear in a minute. It's like wait for it. Oh, here he is.
There he is.
He just appears out of nowhere.
Okay.
And then Debo just
That was a great run. He turned the corner really well then. I mean, it shows that you can't let Debo in open space. I mean,
I mean,
really
And that shows great awareness there of where the pylon was.
And
there's
then
that part.
Debo proved he can do everything.
That was a good pass to Jennings as well.
This is poor D.
Yeah.
And then
But you
Ambry
could
Thomas.
say it was a good route from Cooper Cup as well to hit that back.
Then John Jennings proved why he's actually better than people think.
Yeah.
And then Ambry Thomas became a god forevermore.
Even though you were slating him literally the whole season.
Yeah.
Which made me laugh.
I
Was
do think,
slated.
though, that watching that game gets me excited for. I know that, and don't get me wrong, I know that McVay had a lot to do with the offense, but in terms of the wide receivers, Kevin O'Connell had a lot to do with them.
Yep.
And look at what he returned, like Cooper Cup triple crown.
Yeah.
And Odell Beckham looked amazing when he went to.
Odell Beckham looked the Odell Beckham before he started getting injured.
And that's the thing.
Really
I mean,
nasty ankle injury. Odell Beckham was a quality receiver.
I think if he'd have made it, if he'd have not got injured in that Super Bowl in that early on, I think that could have been a lot nastier for Bengals.
He'd have won MVP.
Yeah,
sure.
without a shadow of a doubt. And I think that's a credit to O'Connell and McVay, but I can't wait to see what O'Connell does with Jefferson.
Definitely.
On
On to the Raiders and Chargers.
John will enjoy this one.
It's the shortest video out of the 5 though. Out of the 6 though, John. I do apologise. I mean,
this was a crazy game.
It was a crazy game. I mean, giving up
Sunday Night Football, Week 18, in the black hole. I mean, it just had to be.
And to have another walk-off winning, like field
goal in overtime
to send you to the postseason. I mean, it had everything. It was literally an end-to-end game. It was a really good game again.
I remember this. I actually went to sleep and woke up at about halftime.
I've done that a few times.
And watched the second half.
Wow, what a shot from Tigger. Sorry. Slight distraction.
You back in the room now, Ollie?
Yeah, I'm back in the room now.
There's nothing happening in Augusta.
No, there's nothing happening. Just Tigger putting it within about 3 foot of the pin. So we've got that one. Shall we go? Are we going to go Bills Chiefs? Was that the next game? Because the other one's a postseason. Yeah, Bills Chiefs, wasn't it? Should we go to Bills Chiefs?
Oh well, the game that was decided by a coin flip.
Yeah, pretty much. And this one, I mean, I could only find a 27-second video of the game, so it doesn't even do it justice.
Well,
I mean, how do you fit all of that in without playing the whole game?
Yeah, I mean, it was an insane game. I mean, you're going to say that was probably the best postseason I can remember, and I've been watching this game for 20 odd years now.
I mean,
Yes.
look at that, Mahomes.
This was
Victory Hill.
this was my number one game.
I think this is most of our number one's game. It was a
Yeah.
very good game. I mean, there
I
was
think we both.
27 points in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
think all three of us were watching that game, and I think we were both just. I think all three of us at every single play was like, "Wow."
I was like, I'll go to sleep at halftime because I've got to be able
Yeah.
to work. And I was like going, it's only not 12 o'clock. Oh, I'll be up. Oh, I'll
Was
stay
it
for
on
a
a
bit
Saturday
longer.
or
A
was
bit
it on-
longer. It was a
Was it
Sunday
Sunday?
night.
It was Sunday
Sunday,
night.
yeah.
It was
'cause
the
I
last
remember
game
watching
it
it.
was the last game of the divisional weekend. And it was
Because
like,
it had been,
Yeah,
it's
I
been-
remember.
I remember
I
it's
remember
been
watching it at work.
Browns.
thinking
It's been Titans versus Bengals. Then
Yep.
Niners Packers was really late on the Saturday.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a 1:15 Saturday game.
Then it
Sunday
was
morning game.
Bucks Rams, which we'll get to.
Yep.
And then the Bills, and it was like the second, third, and fourth game were like just getting progressively
Yeah.
better.
I mean,
And
it's
then-
the Titans Bengals game was a good game still. I
Yeah.
mean, the fact that bloody McVay goes up to it looks like we're going to the divisionals then, as walk out to take the field goal to win the game.
McPherson, yeah.
Yeah, how big is his cojones? You've already mentioned it, so we go on to Bucks Rams, which is actually the longest video of the lot.
I mean, I was going to say, shall we? Talking about a game that we spoke about in the chat as it was happening. I watched this overtime on the bus. I was getting stressed that I couldn't watch the.
Do you want to go Bengals Chiefs or Bucks Rams?
Yeah,
But
should we
go Bucks Rams and then Bengals
Yeah,
Chiefs.
Bucks Rams,
Because we've
Yeah,
gone
we do.
chronologically.
Boom, coming up.
Protection begins to break down, but he slides to his left, and he finds Beckham. OBJ close to a first down.
Because of all the time.
They go quickly here. Downfield, that's caught at the 10-yard line, the tight end Tyler Higbee. Well, in this stadium, been pretty terrific everywhere else. Play action. Stafford steps up, fires. That's caught in the NFL. And Stafford just has to flip it away. Pressure put on that time by Ndamukong Suh. A roll, a throw, and a touchdown. Kendall Blanton.
It's now waking up the Bucks.
3rd and 20. Stafford going for it all. He's got a wide open man. It's Cooper Kupp who gets free. And Kupp rolls all the way to the end zone. 2 minutes to the half. Under pressure again. Fires downfield. Going to be picked off. 2nd and 6. Down the sideline. Beckham, does he stay in? He does. Takes it himself. In there for the touchdown. Fournette. He's in there.
A difference Von Miller has made to this football team.
So the Rams get that big break back, and then they have a snap over the head of Stafford, and the Bucks are going to pick it up. JPP at the middle of this time, wide to the left. Brady looking the other way. Brady going deep down the right sideline for Evans. He makes the catch. He's in for the score. Akers. Oh, he lost the ball. And the Buccaneers right in the slot. Brady looks over the middle. That's caught.
Look at the pile of players in there to try and stop this
Can
thing.
you keep it alive? Brady's going to hand it off. It's Fournette. He's going to take it to the end zone. Deep downfield. He's got Kupp. Stafford. Deep downfield. He's got Kupp again. He's at the 10. Stafford says, let's get down there. We got to clock it. We got to get the field goal. Clock running down. They have time. Rams getting set. Getting ready for Matt Gay to come in the game. Matt Gay boots it through. by the hair of their skinny teeth.
I agree with you, John. West is best.
Definitely is going to be this season.
Yeah.
Definitely is going to be the best.
AFC and NFC.
One thing that's impressed me in that one is made me think of that one. Stafford in that game threw to 5 different receivers, and that did include his running backs.
There we go. John's corrected his spelling.
But what impressed me is the amount of game-winning drives. I mean, I was impressed with Tom Brady's game-winning drive against the New York Jets. 49 seconds to go the whole down the field. Yes, he had the timeout. Then you had Patrick Mahomes' game-winning drive against the Bills, or the game-equaling drive against the Bills for that field goal, and even to win the game as well. And that game-winning drive for the Rams against the Bucks. I thought those 3 game-winning drives are absolutely superb this season. Absolutely superb. So, we have one more to play, which is Bengals against Chiefs postseason. Are you ready, gentlemen? Yeah, so everyone thought the Chiefs are going to blow out this game. I mean, they started off like a steam train, didn't they, to be fair? And they've all gone quiet on me. You've all gone quiet on me, gents.
I'm trying to sort out the fact that we just got a copyright strike.
Told off. We got told off. Fair enough. I mean, there's one thing. It's not showing this clip that when they tried, they could have killed the game off the Chiefs in that first half, couldn't they? When they tried to run that's really weird play where they threw it out wide to Tyreek Hill and he got blown up. But it just shows the heart of the Bengals, isn't it? Who they did it all season long. They showed the heart of the Bengals.
John, I enjoyed that game too.
Cheers for that, John.
Oh, did you enjoy it?
I loved it so much. And McPherson doing what McPherson done. He was absolutely superb.
McPherson, the man who will always be remembered as the guy who sat and watched Eminem at halftime.
Oh, God. Do you blame him, though?
No.
Yeah. Going back to Kelly's comment, yeah, I didn't see the Bucks coming back in that game at all. Where is it? Yeah. Really didn't see the Bucks coming back in that game. I mean, I'm glad she did stay because it was a hell of a game. Really was a brilliant game. Yeah, it's going to be a really difficult game. We will be putting it out there on our socials for you guys to vote. It will go probably on Twitter as well as Facebook, and we'll probably share it around the groups that we're allowed to share around the groups. Freddie, if you're listening, please.
Hi, Freddie.
We give you mentions most weeks, mate. Please.
Yeah, so if you want to let us know what the response we got to the game, the players of the year and the coach of the year was outstanding. We want you to do that again. Get your votes in. If you think we've missed a game, let us know which one. And we'll have an honourable mention.
Fair enough. Cool. Shall we move on to draft prospect number 14 out of 16 in the series?
Yes.
I've really enjoyed this series. I've really enjoyed doing this series. It's been absolutely brilliant. Mr. Drake London is the gentleman who does.
This guy's
not only does it what he does normally. And where have I lost the video? Where the video's gone?
But this guy is insane.
He is insane, absolutely insane. Right, I need to upload the videos again because I've lost them.
Can we please not have another copyright strike? I've just sort of.
No, I'll try not to. Oh, he is an absolute baller. I mean,
I don't particularly want to be banned from YouTube.
No, I don't really either, mate. Either, I wouldn't be good at all with it. Yeah, I mean, his stats shows that he's a beast. I mean, he had a brilliant combine as well. Really, really quick.
I think he might go he could go first wide receiver.
I think he could go by first wide receiver, especially when he could do things
Although,
like.
Here we go. Drake London going to USC.
I mean, Ollie, you're a basketball fan. You're a basketball player. How difficult is that?
I know I could never dunk. I wasn't tall enough.
I mean,
I could just about dunk on an adjustable hoop, but yeah, you need to be incredible to do that.
I
And
mean,
he's not,
I mean,
even.
I
He
think-
could probably go into the NBA if he wanted.
yeah. His 40 time was 4:49. I mean, he's great hands. I mean, they've got him down, and Lindy's, they've got him down as probably the best hands in the league in going into this draft class. He's good off the line of scrimmage as well. If you watch a couple of his things, he always gets a lot of separation. I'm going to show his video for him now. So let's go on that one.
Camp for USC. Ball goes to the top, though, to London. And throwing one for London. Letting London make the
Players need to understand college football is great. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. There's an isolated pass reception. It's touchdown, Drake London.
They get a little bit of breathing room. Looks to throw again. Lets it fly for London, and he puts it right where he wants it again. It's London for the touchdown. The 47 will look to throw again. Lofts it. London goes up and gets it again. Drake London beating Jalen Watson for 30. 2nd and 10. A look to throw it again. Zips it for London, who's got it in a touchdown. Career day for Drake London. He's in for the second time. After a 53-yard punt for the opposing quarterback. Slovis taking a shot. It's London. Drake London to the 36-yard line. Barlow stays in the block. To the end zone again for London, who makes the catch at the 1.
Great competitors love man-to-man coverage at wide receiver. Got it again against Gonzalez.
That's where it's going. And London catches with one hand. Touchdown USC.
Talk about the catch of the year. Man coverage, perfect spot. Yep, and I'll just snag that with my right hand and using for a defense.
Change remaining to Coletta. And they flood the zone for London. Drake London touchdown. Hello, how do you do?
Well, London bridges don't fall down in the Coliseum. They just rise. 14 looking deep downfield. He's got a man open. And it is caught at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Drake London, not known as a speedster, but he gives a double move here. Really nice job.
And look, just give this guy a chance. He will go up and make the play.
That's his longest reception of the.
That bloke is something else. How many times did he literally have a DB literally wrapped around his waist, and he still managed to get up and get the ball?
Yeah. Two of us have got him
Can we just congratulate John for this?
I was just about to load that up because that's absolutely brilliant. Not only that, that one-handed catch.
Yeah.
That was like, is that the gloves, OC? I want to ask, is that the gloves? Because that was a brilliant catch.
Gloves.
So
I
two of us have got him going in the top 10 of our mock draft.
Was I the one that didn't?
I've got him going to the Jets at 10. I think OBH has got him going to the Seahawks at 8. 9?
Yeah.
8? 9 or 8. And then, Ollie, you've got him going to the Eagles at 16, which is not happening now.
That'll be changed for 3.0.
Yeah.
Considering
I
he's now
think
a
I'm
Saints
higher on
fan.
this guy. I think he's a great
Yeah,
wide receiver.
this guy is a stud, but there are loads of great wide receivers. in
This
the
is
draft.
probably this year's version of last year's quarterback class for the wide receiver class. There, it is very, very deep. I mean, we've gone on how Cooper Kupp was picked up in the 3rd round.
I mean, a lot of people,
DK Metcalf were both picked up in the 2nd round.
a lot of people apart from OBH seem to think that the Niners are going to go get that NDSU guy, but Ollie puts him in the 1st round. But we're our first pick, 61.
We'll see.
I hope we get him, but
He is a very good wide receiver, and he is going to be brilliant in the. He's going to be very, very good in the NFL.
Definitely.
Incredibly good. Shall we quickly run through the draft, because obviously it has now changed.
Has it been amended?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, Saints are 16 now via Philly. Yeah, as I said, the top 10 as they are. Seahawks have now moved into 9 following their trades. Jets are in there as well now following their trades. Texans have got 2 first-round picks. Eagles are at 15, and they've moved from 16 and 18, giving them to the Saints. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm blanking. How did the Texans get pick 13?
Trade with the Browns, didn't they, for
Deshaun.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Oh, you should have put that as your under radar draft. You can't remember it. Definitely. It is going to be. I mean, the draft is in 3 weeks' time. I think it's 1 o'clock Thursday morning, Friday morning, isn't it? It starts 3 weeks.
Yeah. Through like 3 weeks today, literally.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It'll be great.
We've got 2 more draft prospects, and then we're going to do. Are we going to do who we think is going to be our sleeper at the draft?
Yes.
On the draft night. Yeah.
That and mock draft 3.0, isn't it?
Yeah, that'll be that one.
It's great that it fits into our schedule too. That we could do on a Thursday.
It fits.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like a glove.
I mean, I'd say what you'll probably have more drafts. Will probably be a lot more. Our drafts will probably be very similar. I think that night.
Yeah, I think it'll start to fall into place. I think everyone will know where.
And then are we going to do a draft recap show on like the Monday or not?
We can do.
I mean,
Monday,
we can talk about that close to the time. Podcast meeting.
What do you guys think? Do you want an extra show?
Let's talk about this
on Monday.
Let's talk about this off air.
Should we put a poll up?
No.
Let's talk about this off air, because if I'm right, I think that's right around my mum's birthday.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out if that's the weekend I'm in Dublin, but I'm not.
Anyway, so thank you guys for being here. Thank you to all our viewers. Thank you for everyone who's commented. It is much appreciated as always. You can follow us on all the socials running across the bottom of the screen beneath Mr. Hope. And let us know what's going on. We are now copyright infringers. We do apologise. But
I forgot to take the volume
let
off.
us know what you think about the games. Get involved with the votes.
Yeah, I will put that out on our socials tomorrow. If I can remember. I better put the alarm, because otherwise I'll forget to do that. Yeah, I'll put that on our socials tomorrow. I'll put a poll out there as well.
So I think without further ado, that is one last thing to say, and that is
stay safe all.